today we are going to start with poem number 4, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. John Keats was born in the year 1795 and he was a British romantic poet. This poem is an excerpt taken from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance. John Keats, the poet, he believes that beauty is never forgotten and the loveliness of it never fades away. A thing of beauty is joy forever. That means anything which is very beautiful, and when it comes across our eyes, it gives us happiness and it remains with us till we live. So now let us start with the explanation of this poem. King of Beauty, written by John Keats. Now this poem, it is an excerpt taken from the poem Endymion, a poetic romance. Now the poet, he believes that the beauty is forever and it is a source of never-ending joy. Now actually this poem, it is based on a Greek legend in which Endymion is a beautiful young shepherd and poet who lived on Mount Latmus had a vision of Cynthia, the moon goddess. Cynthia is the name of the moon goddess. So had a vision of Cynthia, the moon goddess. Now in this poem, the poet John Keats further he talks or he describes about that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. If you see any beautiful thing in your life, then that joy is a never-ending joy. It is with you till you are there in this world. Now let me recite the poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breath. Therefore on every morrow we are breathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways, made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall. From our dark spirits, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouty a shady boon. Now the poet, John Keats, he believes that the beauty is forever and it is a source of never-ending joy. If you see any beautiful thing, it gives you that happiness that it will remain with you forever. Whenever we think of a beautiful thing, it helps us to relieve the joy it gave us. It continues to live with us till we are on this earth. Beauty is never forgotten and its loveliness is never faded. It is like a bower. Bower means it's like a shelter that gives us cool, shady place and where we can relax from our sorrows and our tensions. This beauty fills our sleep with beautiful dreams and it brings us health and happiness. We want ourselves to be bound on to this earth. We want ourselves to be tied to this earth with the flowery bands. We are surrounded by the negative things like miseries. Now we want to bound ourselves, means bind to the earth means we want to have a tie with this earth. But what type of tie we want with this earth? What type of bound we want? A flowery. Flowery means which gives us happiness. But around us we have negative things like miseries, hatred, greed. Okay. And the human beings in their journey of life are in the search of happiness in some form of beauty to drive away from this negativity like miseries and hatred and greed. And so they want to make their life worth living. They want to be away from all this negativity and so they are in source of the happiness, and from where they will get the happiness, they will get the happiness from the beautiful things which are around them. For simple sheep and such are daffodils, with the green world they live in and clear rills, that for themselves a cooling covert make, gains the hot season the mid forest break, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. Now, in this stanza, the poet tells us about how the animals around us, how they bring us liveliness in our life. Now, here daffodils means bright yellow flowers. Then you have rills. Rills means small streams. Covert means hidden. Then you have mid forest break. That means thick green plants which are found in the middle of the forest. Then you have musk rose. Musk rose is a wild rose that gives us a scent of musk. Sprouting means growing. Blooms means flowers. Grandeur means greatness. Doom, D-O-O-M, doom means ruin, destruction. Immortal means eternal. And heaven's brink means door to God's home. And immortal drink, that means a magical potion. Potion means a magical liquid. It's a kind of a magical liquid. Now, in this stanza, the poet tells that the animals like the sheep that we can see around us, they bring us liveliness in our lonely lives. The beautiful flowers like the daffodils, they make our world colorful. And the flowing of the streams, rills means streams, the flowing of the streams, they bring us cool and refreshing corners under the trees to escape the heat of the summer season. The forest, which are full of pretty musk roses and flowers with attractive scents, brings us a lot of joy. So all these things, they gives us lot of joy, the joy which never ends. He also tells that we can see or the beauty in the tragedies and death also. How is it possible that we see the beauty in tragedies and death? You just see that the death of mighty leaders and brave soldiers, they just draw us. They take us to the beauty of their mighty souls. We respect their souls because they have died for the sake of their country, for their fellow beings. And so we are attracted, we are being drawn towards their mighty souls. Beautiful stories heard or read, they give us joy. The beautiful objects like an immortal drink give to us a continuous blessing from the edge of the heaven. And they are the tonic which restore us and keep us healthy and happy. So the beautiful objects, which are the beautiful objects? They are like the immortal drink that give us a continuous blessings from the heaven. Keep us pouring the blessings from the fountain of the heaven. And the tonic which restore us and keep us healthy and happy, that is the joy of anything which is beautiful on this earth. Whenever we look at that beautiful thing, whenever we are sad, Paul means whenever we are sad, that sadness is been driven out of our mind and that joy fills our mind and we become happy. That happy that we forget about our sorrows and our grievances, our grief. Okay. So, you can just, I hope you have understood the poem, A Thing of Beauty. We can say the thing of beauty is a joy for ever. Why? Because whatever we see, the beauty is always, it lies in our mind forever till we are on this earth. So here I end with this poem. You can just write the summary of this poem. I have explained you. So you can just watch the video again and try to write the summary in your own words, and in the next session I will be discussing the figures of speech of this same poem. Till then, be safe, be healthy.